Hello everybody, welcome back, or I guess I'm the one who came back, so we'll not say welcome to you. Just got back from seeing my grandfather last night, and was surprised to find boxes and more mail, and also bills, but like, that's not a bad thing. It's just been such an amazing kind of journey and experience, so thank you all. But I wanted to take the time to open whatever this is. I've been kind of numb, honestly, after the stuff with my grandpa, and I'm back, and I'm getting in the scheme of things, and I got a million meetings today, and I gotta get ready because we got South by Southwest coming up. But yeah, try to show up and connect with some people because I have not been nearly as much. I have a so I left my sweatshirt in California, so somebody sent me another sweatshirt because I lost mine. That is very sweet, Heather. Thank you very much. What did I just do with the scissors? I'm losing my mind. Like I said, it's been a long couple days, so. Alright, let's see. This would be a book. Purpose grabs the heart and changes the soul. Penny to Purpose. Throughout this story, it became a part of me, it became a part of all of us. His story is an example that changed his legacy and taught us firsthand the definition of daring to dream. Okay, well, I will have to put that on the list. This is from Sandy Hazlitt. She said, she hopes it inspires me the way it inspired her. Thank you. I've definitely had some really good, positive, inspirational people lately, and I really needed that. Because, you know, seeing my grandfather devastated the way I did, seeing some other things going on, we've had just so many shootings in our community, there's just been so much loss. It's really important to find that positivity in the middle of all the chaos. And I have so much good going on in my life, and I can usually connect to that, but there are definitely times where it's like, it's not even about me, it's not like, oh, my life is terrible, it's just like, God, things are rough. Like, the world is really rough right now. Like, how do we make this better? How do we get through this? And I've been really personally fortunate, but it's almost harder to then feel like, why do I enjoy all this good fortune when so many people don't? So many people are struggling on the sidelines, or struggling getting out of prison, or struggling getting out of bad relationships, struggling getting started in the first place. It's frustrating. Let's see. So we have, blackout curtains. Oh, we have a bunch of stuff. This is awesome. So we have blackout curtains, so now we're going to have enough for the bedroom and some for the living room, so we can actually like have, because there's a street light right out beside my bedroom, so I have like the two curtains, but not enough to cover everything. So I haven't been able to actually have a blackout curtain, so I'm really excited about this. That actually, yeah, that kind of makes my day. Oh my God, people. And none of this is, well, I mean, the curtains I think were on my wish list. None of this is. So we have a foam roller, because people know I was complaining about my back. Well, I guess I will do the foam roller. I'm really looking forward to that. And a heating pad. Oh my God, it's like a heated blanket. Oh, and it's machine washable. All right, well, this is definitely gonna fix my back, because now I can use a heated pad on the bed, as well as the weighted blanket, as well as the comforter. And then, oh my God, somebody said a massage gun. All right, well, I guess I'm just getting like a full massage. That was always going to be what I treated myself with when I got out. I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to go get massages. And there's a little shop downtown in Charlottesville that everybody tells me to go to that is supposed to be amazing, but I have not gone down there. I guess I was gonna, but now I may not need to. So this sounds like it's from Eleanor. Oh my God, Eleanor. Eleanor, that's really amazing. Thank you. All these different things. I'm going to have to write a whole bunch of thank you notes. That is one thing I like about Amazon, is they let you do it. I'm going to need to have a garage sale. Yeah, it feels that way, right? Is that they let you thank whoever sends something, even if they send it anonymously, which I think is a good way. That is a lot of stuff from Eleanor. Thank you, Eleanor. Because that way you can say thank you to somebody. If somebody shows up and does something nice, even if they don't necessarily want to, like, they don't want their name out there, or they don't want, it to be public, they can say, hey, I still don't mind being thanked, though. I appreciate that. So it's really cool. So I will get to write Eleanor a thank you note. I'll get to put up curtains. And I got some other things I need to do now that I'm back in town. Just stuff around the apartment. I'm going to the jail this afternoon for orientation. They were so quick about getting us inside. I met with her on Thursday. I'm going in for orientation today. They were like, no, we need peer support. We need you to volunteer. Please come in as soon as you can, which is amazing. supposed to have orientation at the juvenile facility so we can officially be listed as volunteers rather than just kind of going in under the radar. And I'm excited about that. And then, yeah, I mean, South by Southwest is going to be huge. We have some big meetings going on. Oh, I'm getting texts that I have to ignore. Yeah, big meetings going on. Just had a board meeting for the nonprofit that was absolutely amazing. We have a new board member who's just like taking charge and is a marketing whiz and is like putting together presentations for us so we can start trying to partner with other organizations and the stuff we're doing. Looking at expansion, which is obviously really encouraging. We got a big event coming up in April, which is going to be a local organization that not only teaches financial literacy as well as entrepreneurship while people are incarcerated, and then connects them once they get out with a mentor. And we're going to be able to highlight the stories and the changes in their lives, because these are people who literally have gone into this program and their lives have changed in a matter of 6 weeks or 6 months. I just think that's awesome. I'm trying to put together the presentation for South by Southwest because this is the first time that it's like a big scale presentation. Up until this point, it's been like, I just go stand on stage and do it. And they were like, all right, what do you need for tech? Like, what kind of audio and lighting do you need? Like, what do you... And I was like, oh my God, like this is a much bigger deal. Like this is... Yeah, I need to get this up to par. So I'm putting together a slideshow that I can present that, which I think is a good idea. And then I'm going to have to start doing that because the Boston Public Library is a similarly really big venue. That's in May. The other kind of local or smaller events I'll be able to do, just going to Washington Lee University, going to, I've got so many presents. I got one tomorrow. But again, being able to connect with people and kind of share stories and share perspective is really important. When I went to the law school last week, I was so encouraged because people had questions. They wanted to know how the system was really working and what they could do and how they could contribute. And having people that are interested and having people that want to do something and want to make a change is always nice to be around because, again, the world can be kind of a dark place sometimes. It can seem like there aren't people who care, aren't people that are interested. And finding those young people who are just like motivated to do it, it's always really encouraging. But yeah, it's one of those journeys. And I'm grateful. One of the things I'm excited about in Austin is I'll get to meet with Marcy and meet with Carrie because they're both going to be in town for an event, as well as a bunch of local reentry initiatives, reform leaders, advocates. We've already got some connections going there. So besides the kind of professional stuff and the networking stuff there, I get to go learn how they're doing it in Austin, like the strengths and the weaknesses. And I really want to highlight what works. Because when we see a problem, we address the problem, often we do just talk about the problem. We don't actually come up with a solution. And sometimes the solutions we come up with are not the best solutions. So having a group that allows us to essentially go out and connect with all these organizations that have different solutions or have different ways of providing them allows us to say, hey, this works really well, or hey, this doesn't. But again, allows us to really highlight what can be done differently or what can be done in the first place. And then also other organizations may step in and say, hey, y'all are doing a great job, but we added this and it just, it tripled our success rate or something. So again, it's about kind of opening that dialogue because in Charlottesville, what I found when I got out is that you have so many nonprofit organizations, so many groups trying to do good, and some not trying to do good, some just raising money. But for the most part, so many groups trying to do good, but they don't communicate. So oftentimes services are being replicated. Rather than working together, they're kind of like competing for a limited share of like providing a service to people. Sometimes it's a matter of just not knowing they exist. Like I was out for 6 months before I knew Network to Work existed, and they're an amazing organization. They work with local community college, and they connect people with high-wage jobs. They identify barriers for that, and this isn't just people getting out of prison. This is anyone trying to make a change in their life, and then they remove the barriers that are preventing them from getting that job, whether that's training or a license or getting glasses, whatever that may be. So I just think it's awesome that they're doing that. And again, bringing organizations together, and we had a local, it's called the Tom Tom Festival here. It's like, imagine a really mini South by Southwest, like a kind of culture community festival. And they've managed to bring a lot of these groups together and get a lot of things done. And there's some really dedicated, really motivated people in this community that are working now that they're talking. And I'm just encouraged by that. So again, hoping we can network with people out there, hoping we can continue to network, essentially nationwide and try to figure out what's working best and then, copy those models and import those models. I've also got a meeting. We'll see, this may be like a long idea, but essentially pitching a project that is about a specialized vocational training. I don't want to get into the specifics because it's still in the kind of pitch process, but that would have a role for returning citizens, have a role for education in prisons, have a role for education in halfway houses, have a role for providing training so that people can go into a specialized, sustainable job, which I just think would be absolutely amazing. Again, I don't think it should only be returning citizens, but I do think that, having a market share for that, because employers get somebody who has a blank slate, who wants to learn something, who's dedicated, who absolutely just wants to like make it in the world, and somebody gets away towards a sustainable job. Because often people get out and it's like, okay, are they going to go on government assistance? Well, that didn't really help anybody. Maybe a stopgap or help them get to the next stage, but it doesn't always happen. Are they going to get a job at Hardee's? Is that going to be their end all? And if it is, that's great, but very few people, at least where I live, can survive on that. They're working 2 or 3 jobs. It was like the woman who actually went to Network to Work to get a good job, and she had medical coverage for her kids, but she could never take her kids to the doctor because she could never get off work. She was working so many shifts to be able to pay the basic bills because she was making $7.25 an hour. So again, kind of providing some kind of opportunity for that. And I mean, I'm kind of scared about our economy. I'm scared of what's happening, the idea of a recession and workers losing out and people not having those opportunities. So I'd love to see more community investment, and I think it's going to happen. But I also live in a place where people talk a lot about community investment and talk a lot about strengthening the economy, but don't always follow that up and don't always have the kind of business background that makes that possible, which I just think is unfortunate. But we'll figure it out. Anyways, I just wanted to check in with everybody and say hello. And thank you again. You people are amazing. I just don't even know what to say. Hope you have a wonderful day.